Morning, welcome back. How's it going? It's Wednesday, April 23rd. It's another hot day here in Ho Chi Minh City. Just been to, what was that cafe called? Cam, I think it's called Cam. Oh, Little Cam. It's called Little Cam Cafe. Not a bad little spot. It's a sort of a hole in the wall type setting. Yeah, pretty relaxed vibe. Mainly people on their way to work. It was nice and cool in there, which is good. It took me about half an hour to walk there from my apartment, which was, yeah, it's just so hot, so you just get so sweaty, you just get drenched. So it's nice to just have a little break and recoup. Yeah, got a few things planned for today. I'll hopefully be able to show you a couple of those things that I get up to during the day. Yeah, another day in paradise. See, they're getting, I'm guessing this will all be moved to another spot later on. So this is going to be for the 50-year reunification parades. I think I actually made an error in my last video. So looking online, it looks like the celebrations run for 2 weeks. So from April 19 through to the 30th. Last night when I was walking to another district, the traffic was mental. And I actually just thought I put it down to normal Saigon traffic, but when I was walking back from dinner to my apartment, I noticed a lot of people were wearing their Vietnamese shirts and little flags. So it looks like there's events happening every day during that 2-week period. I'm guessing I'll just have a big parade at some point, which will go down to the palace. Yeah. Not a bad little exhibition setup. I've noticed that they're very patriotic here. I don't know if it's just because of the celebrations and everything, but you notice here in Saigon especially the amount of Vietnamese flags that are all up everywhere around the city, and a lot of banners, I guess showing Ho Chi Minh. Yeah, I hadn't noticed that in other parts of the country, so yeah, I don't know if it's just part of this unification period that's happening during this 2 weeks, or if it's like that normally. And obviously, like all the people that are wearing their Vietnamese t-shirts, they look like locals that are wearing them. So I stumbled upon Book Street, just basically a street with a whole bunch of booksellers on either side. See there? These books are all cased in. I'm not sure why, but they all look like they're Vietnamese books. I can't read any of the writings, so I'm not entirely sure what they're about. Some probably from the war, maybe some, looks like some kids' books there as well. There's some souvenir shops here as well. Some photos done. Try not to smile. There's some cafes as well. Some nice mugs. I am on the hunt for a mug. Now that I've got a bigger bag, I can actually fit one into my bag. So we'll see what we can find. I did see a cool little souvenirs, plates, figurines, little hats. I did see a little bit further up, there was a Godfather 50-year anniversary book. I actually didn't realise that the movie trilogy was out in print on a book as well. I'm not sure how many books there are, whether it's just one book or whether there's actually 3 books as well to complement the movies. There's little Michelle Obama and Barack Obama books. I don't know if they're autobiographies or what they are. I haven't read them. Yeah, it's just a nice little street. Like I said, a couple of cafes here as well. Nice little place to come and check out. Damn, that was delicious. So that little noodle dish there was called, I hope I pronounced this correctly, bun ba kway. It's beef noodle soup, and obviously has strips of beef in there. Had some minced beef in there as well. Had a prawn and a chicken drumstick or a leg. The noodles were mixed, so there was an egg noodle and I'm pretty sure it's just a rice noodle. I'm not certain, but I'm pretty sure it's just a rice noodle. Anyway, that place is called the Lunch Lady, and it's quite a famous place as the great Anthony Bourdan visited there many years ago. He actually showcased on one of his earlier TV shows. I'll find out which one it was and the episode number, because I'm pretty sure still go back and watch that. Yeah, noodles were cooked perfectly. The broth was tangy, had a bit of spice to it. I obviously added more chili to it as well. Probably overdid it because I had been doing it a fair bit. Quite a dark broth, which is also quite different. Like a lot of the places Vietnam that I've been having for have been much lighter broth, so I guess it's more on the chicken side or duck. Yeah, really good. Highly recommend it if anyone decides to come to Richmond City. Go find her. Or the Lunch Lady, she only does lunch service. And you can just see that they haven't changed it one bit since Anthony's been there, because I'm sure the popularity would have risen after he filmed that TV show. But anyway, this is just cooking out of a huge pot on an open flame. Shelter. They've even got a separate little drink cellar there, so they can sell drinks. Just, yeah, a couple of old ladies cooking away. So next stop, and possibly the last for today, we're going to, it's called the Cafe Apartment Building, and as from what I've read, it's a 9-story apartment building filled with cafes, as the name says, and I'm sure other little stores as well. But it looks like an interesting little place to go and hang out for a bit, have a coffee. I'm walking around at the moment. I think that's the Grand Palace, and there's a whole bunch of high-end shops around here. You tend to see a lot of people posing for Instagram shots around here as well. Yeah, it's a nice little area. There's a little park over here. I'm guessing they'll have live performances and stuff here at times. Yeah, not a bad little spot. I also noticed they've got a Uniqlo here, so I'll be going and checking that out. Probably buy a new shirt. I think that's a yellow Porsche. Yeah. Also, I should add, this is District 1, which is more of the touristy spot. They have the infamous walking street here as well, which is just lined with bars and restaurants. And you tend to have a lot of it's also known as Backpacker Street, so they tend to have a lot of the hostels, and it's just an area where backpackers tend to stay. But yeah, definitely very different looking Ho Chi Minh City, this area, with all the, I'll say, nicer restaurants, cafes, bars, shops. Yeah, you don't see too many locals around here apart from the business people. Otherwise, it's all tourists. Not sure what this is. We'll go have a look. Check both sides of the street. Taught that as a little kid. Yeah, maybe like an art exhibition of some sort. See some people filming over there. It's a big from her. Painting, which I presume is this. Sculpture and lacquer painting installation exhibition. 9.6 by 4 meters. I don't know if this is in the middle here. Might be like a tank. Yeah, it is. Like an army tank. It's had its all the wheels on the ground, rockets up top. They've got information here, but none of it's in English. But it's more so how they've constructed it. Looks kind of interesting. See if we can see what this is. The god of protection is that thing. So it looks like they're mystique figures in Vietnamese folklore. Here's the quick summary. Yeah. Alright, let's keep going. That building there, right in the centre that you can see, I believe is the tallest building in Vietnam. I'll double check that and put that into the edit as well, but I remember reading about that earlier. It is quite high. Alrighty, that was really, really nice. So I went to some Japanese-inspired cafe and tea house. Yeah, really nice interior, really nice decor. You have to take your shoes off, as you do in a lot of Japanese, restaurants and cafes and whatnot. Yeah, just a really nice chilled out vibe in there. I really don't like using that word vibe, but that's what it was. Highly recommend checking it out. Like I said, there were 9 floors. You can probably see it there. Plenty of restaurants in there, all different types of foods. Ice cream places, dessert places. But predominantly cafes, and like a lot of the cafes have sell alcohol as well, so you can get nice little cocktails made up and things like that. So yeah, nice little place to go spend a little bit of time in if you're ever here in Saigon.